Hi everyone, and welcome back to my video. And we're ending this month of October. We have the 31st today, 2023, and so many things again there are transpiring, right? And we're on a journey of evolution, or a hero's journey, and this is not only collective and planetary ascension but individual as well. And here I'm trying to kind of present my ways, how I kind of got myself from this very dark situations, right? The whole like Men in Black, what kind of actions I had to take in order to free myself from the black magic grid and the agenda of those negative aliens. I had to heal my body, right? And this whole narrative about women or females, the military, right? It's nothing but, to me, ego machinery. It's very misogynistic and very patriarchy. Okay, so, bringing yoga again and Ayurveda to the military section, and to recruitments. Those guys need to be rehabilitated, their DNA, because of DNA mutation and all these reversals, and because of the implants. So we'll go over some implants like crucifixion implants and so on. So for me, this is a major complex operation. It's multidimensional, interdimensional, right? And that's why we need to go deep within and meditate, because that's how we connect with our true self, with our true consciousness, our awareness, right? We're consciousness, we're awareness, we're all that is, right? So bringing the energies of the soul of Christ here, you have to be the solar logos embodied in order to transmute the energies of those digital avatars there in the military, the dark projects, right? The dark SSP, the whole Men in Black, the military covered operations, because we're dealing with the hybrid Anunnaki kind of Nazi Gestapo faction, whether on Mars, Saturn, or Pluto, right? We talk about the Red Triangle. They have their operations going on, again, with their AI, highly advanced technology, spaceships, spacecraft, anti-gravity, wormhole technology, time travel technology, and so on. So lots of things I had to study. I had to really dive deep within, research, and I just pretty much went back to yoga, Ayurveda, to my true self. Like, my really true intention was to introduce yoga to military, and I'm sticking with that agenda, even though there are very, powerful individuals out there who don't want me to continue, right? This whole, the power elite, and the DARPA, the cabal, right? The Illuminati. But within that structure, there's also my soul group that hopefully is reawakening from the amnesia of those dark magicians or black magicians, right? Because they were hooked to the black magic grid and running the reversals, metatronic reversals, because of the alien AI implants, that technology. And to me, that's a total abomination that's going to divine justice. That's why I have the New Earth jurisdiction, right, for the New Earth. And I have the Galactic Project from the Ashtar Galactic Command, where the ground crew, we represent the energies and so on. This is like walk-in mission here right now. So the hyperspace hologram, like lots of high-tech technology had to be implemented here, so this body is walking, talking, and continuing this project, of course, in the name of humanity. And especially we are exposing the corruption in those higher places, the military section, this whole proxy war with proxy Israel. And you can see again, you can see, what is transpiring, what is happening again in the Middle East, right? The hijack of the black magic grid, actually the golden eagle grid was hijacked. This is all my control. These are, pretty much the cabal, the black magicians carrying the agenda of those negative aliens with this whole blood sacrifice and the archonic strategy, deception strategy, which is the conquer and divide and power over others. And people arguing the whole violent religion, whether you're Palestine or Israel, or you are a Muslim, Jew, or Arab, right? This is not the true angelic divine blueprint, hologram, right? This is all, and with it's all coded with anti-life, anti-Christ, anti-human codes. So people have to really, and of course, in those countries, people don't have really much time to meditate, to go deep within. That's why America, this is the platform where people really go deep into their heart and start, meditating, contemplating, and start bringing the divine essence back online, right? Because, again, we're going back to the original blueprint of America. Soul connection, consciousness expansion, right? Soul growth, personal evolution here, and connection to Mother Earth, Mother Nature, but of course connection to the divine spark within that sacred chamber of our heart, right? We are resurrecting the energies, of like Madame Blavatsky, the Theosophical societies, the teachings of the Ascended Ones, the Great White Brotherhood, and also like the true Masonic teachings that have been infiltrated by those negative aliens, right? Their negative agenda. So, and these terms like being a Christian, right, or being a Masonic, there are layers of layers. We interpret things differently. That's why I study the Ascension glossary, the material of Lisa Renee. That's what helped me to go above all these kind of the structure of the society, go above 7D. We have to be, we're the star seeds, the galactic warriors. Again, this is not for everybody, right? You have to be, a highly advanced soul. And, we are here on a mission to override the consciousness of the Dracos, the Alpha Draconis, and of course the Zetas with their technology, and with the hybrid Anunnaki kind of Nazi faction, Gestapo faction, but also the consciousness of the Black Dragon, the Chimera group, and the Orion group. That's the Dracos, the negative faction of the Draconians and the Reptilians, wreaking havoc in the entire galaxy, Milky Way, in this entire solar system, and here on this planet. And helping humanity with ascension. But that's why my project is for, whether it's the elite or for highly advanced souls, my soul group, right, my tribe, also on that monadic level, which is 7, 8, and 9 dimensions. So again, only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is advanced information. And like I said, the newsletter from Lisa Renee kind of brought me peace into my life, and like I start healing myself more and more, and just continuing with these videos, even though I understand hardly anybody watches this. But please start studying the material. There's all these explanations, hyperlinks, to my material, right? Whether it's the Ashtar, or the Ashtar Galactic Command, what it represents, right, and so on. I have the New Earth jurisdiction, right, with the Galactic Codex implementation, and of course the Law of One. Because the jurisdiction here on this planet, on this planet, has been hijacked by rogue alien races with their AI hybrid technology, with their gold mine algorithm, right? And they're running based on mathematics, and the Anunnaki even, the 11 dimensions. So that's why, with the Guardians, the Crystal Star family, the Andromeda, right, connection to the solar Rishi, Christ, Sophia consciousness, cosmic consciousness, right? We're bringing the key codes, the God codes here back online through resurrecting our DNA from carbon base into crystalline DNA, and purifying our mind. Decalcifying of the pineal gland is very important. So we see through the entire AI structure, right? Because they're constantly projecting their a hologram over us, right? So let's say, it's like we are the let me see. So this is the overlay I'm talking about. But we are the cosmic tree of life. This is our blueprint. This is the original blueprint of our DNA, right? So you have the 12 spheres, and also you have the pre-matter, right? The emerald order, the gold order, the amethyst order. These are the cosmic rays of creation, the threefold founder flame here within this, angelic divine luminous beings consciousness, right? This comes from cosmic Christos founder races, right? And the negative aliens, they're constantly overriding the power of our soul. They're overriding our consciousness. They're siphoning energy from us. They're implanting us, all this hybridization, forced breeding, implantation, right? Especially in the military, these recruitments, right? Those guys, without their consent and with their awareness, right? They're pretty much being tortured, upside down. And these are the results of the training in the military. Those who are then joined in terroristic organizations, you can name all these organizations, right? It's very, very actually now popular to join. It's funny how that's why we could talk about the inverted and reverse system, like to be a terrorist, it's something like almost like appreciated. That's how you get all these equipments and great cars and great weapons, instead of like, oh, I'm trying to introduce yoga to military, and you are encountered with men in black, right? They want to get rid of you. So that's what we talk about, the reversals, right? So these guys, they don't have first chakra, right? So there's no connection to Mother Earth, Mother Nature. Everything is like extremely sexual, right? That's why all these the perverted sexuality, sex games in the military. Okay, then you see their aura energy field. It's actually that there's the dark portals here. Those are holes, and how you call it? These are the dark portal. They become a dark portal for those negative aliens. Tears and hole in their aura energy field, right? And even their solar plexus is totally off. It's out of alignment. Okay. And then of course zeta seals, we talk about the tail, the reptilian tailbone, right? Because soul bindings, where they experience sodomy, there's all black magic, raping, and so on. Their bodies being possessed, they're on drugs, steroids, all these addictions going online. That's why I never really, I saw the horrible aura in their energy field, and I think that's why they need to get rid of me, because they couldn't control me, manipulate me, right? And they put all these brain to face interfaces in me. They have all these the electronic implants, and they were telling me, go there, go to the airport, then go to the institution, or call police. Your husband, the house is on fire. Your car is blown up. It's funny there. And people don't understand that there are these voices, right? Voices, and it's done through satellites and through the implants, electronic implants. That's why they need to get rid of this body. And they call it like a prank. It was supposed to be a joke from those black magicians or Anunnaki, including my soul group. They're involved with all that, right? Because they are carrying the agenda of the elite. They're with the elite. They're with the Illuminati. They are carrying agenda of those negative aliens, so they can have the position of wealth and power. There's so many guys in the military, right? I guess they wanted their power. They want to feel good about themselves. And then they're being initiated into the dark brotherhood, the brotherhood of the snake, and the Luciferian kind of covenant. Okay, so we have to correct everything. And so look at this. So what I'm presenting to you guys, this all actually I went through all that because they needed to destroy me, and also running all these reversals. So they implant you, and I think through all these jabs, especially the communist China, right? CCP, nanobots and horrible parasites there, the arachnoids, the spider kind of images, holographic inserts, and so on, right? They totally destroy you. Also, the cerebrospinal fluid, right, is running reversals, because the way it's supposed to go is to the energy should go this way, right? So that you are running the Cristala codes. But look at that. And that's why you're running the red wave frequency. Do you understand it? It's like backwards. Even, like America now is like a third world country, right? I don't know, because I come from, Eastern Europe. I can compare, I can see. But everything, that's why we talk about the reversals. You have to understand the true currents of energies, and also the true currents of sacred geometry, right? We talk about the Platonic solids, but also we talk about here the fragmented consciousness, like the flower of daisy, right? Everything fragmented, upside down. The flower of death, how you want to call it, right? It's your people. We are looping here in this war timelines, like the AI artificial timelines, right? Of the Anunnaki, whether from Nibiru, right? The Alpha Draconis from Draco constellation. And their agendas, because the government is, actually governed by the negative aliens, and what you see, those are just the actors there, right? And so that's why you have to read energies, right? So many of them, they have human form, or but they don't have to be humans, even though they're in a human body, right? We talk about the possessions and cloning. They have all kinds of highly advanced technology. So very important that in that sacred geometry and in our DNA, we have the infinite eternal consciousness, the crystal lotuses with crystallo architecture, right? So all this grid work and all this gatekeeper and gatekeeping, all this work had to be done in order for us to start feeling ourselves and start ascent, right? Because we're exiting here this 3D matrix of this artificial intelligence, and we're going back to our true divine nature, right? Very important to understand the ascension mechanics. Very important, right? Freeing ourselves from that AI, inorganic intelligence, right? Run by what is the Archon AI and the Arachnoids and the Chimera group, and the power elite, right, of the negative fleet, the Draco Federation, right? And so, time for humanity to go ahead and exit and go to those higher planes of existence, especially 5D. But here we're dealing with planetary logos, those indigo warriors. We already came with 6-7 strands of DNA being activated, right? So for us, the 7 and 8 dimension with the violet flame or invocation, you start even resurrecting your crown chakra, very important, and you start being divinely guided, right? And then again, we're resurrecting the Constitution of 1776 and the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, having direct connection to God, to Source, being divinely guided, right? Very important by the ancient ones, with the ancient Christos founder races, right? The cosmic dragons, kings and queens, and so on. And so here you have to become the solo logos avatar. I am avatar, right? With your Christed mind, Buddha mind, and with your avatar self. Very important. So we are working with those rays of cosmic creations, right? Cosmic rays of creation, the threefold founder flame. This is the pre-matter. This is the Rishi consciousness. Very important, so we can correct all the inversion, perversion, upside down, all this pollution, and free ourselves from the mind control and alien hybridization and forced breeding and women in cages and children tortured or kidnapped, right? So we have to study all that. So we have to talk about the agenda of those negative aliens. And here we talk about exopolitics, very important, guys, because then, the knowledge becomes power and even your protection, because, hey, now I understand, now I can make a difference. I can change it, I can transform it through the inner alchemy, right? Again, the Americas, the 7 ray, the 7 dimensions, Saint Germain, right? Very important, because we are changing also so-called swastika. It should be actually wheel of life. In Hindu, it represents abundance and peace and prosperity, right? But unfortunately, the narratives of those black magicians, right, and the whole Nazi and so on, they wanted to, they did copy the highly advanced technology of the solar rishis, right, the blue star born and so on, but unfortunately they are using everything for negative purposes. It's service to self. And so we need to rise above it, raise our frequency vibration, and be of service to the divine, planetary service, planetary ascension. So, those are the star seeds here, the galactic warriors, who are working with the Andromeda, or these are crystal star family, okay, or this body is a divine, it's a vessel of the divine energies coming in, right, and doing all the corrections. We're like a correction team, right? We're the renegades. We bring everything right side up because we're the divine architects. By the way, Yana, when you go on contact, that's my website. Return to Sovereignty, beautiful job from was it Jiva and I forgot his name, Carter, the template.org. So that's a beautiful way how to again cleanse yourself from those negative alien implants there and go back to your true sovereignty. And of course I have the 12D shielding, right? 12D shielding, like start working with those codes, guys. Very important. I would have to find the 12D shielding here. Oh yeah, the Star of David. So the black magicians, they were also even doing horrible things with the Star of David and the Israel, right? This is the Holy Land, the Elo of the Elohim, that comes from extremely high dimensions, right? 11 dimension through the Stargate D12 Arimathena. But here we're working, this is what we see, like the nations, right? And the nationality and people's religion, guys. This is conquer and divide. It's nothing to do with the original template of those Christos founder races with the Star of David, right? And you know, with the like the word of Israel, with the Jewish mystical Kabbalah, it's all upside down. And unfortunately, you know, like I said, people, I guess they don't have time to meditate, go deep within and see all this illusion, the Maya, and it's just propaganda of those dark ones, the fallen angelics, right? They're some kind of ruling, right? They want to power over people, this planet, right? The enslavement of humanity and all these transhumanism, transgenderism agenda and so on. So I'm just I know it's just too much, I'm full of mouth, but this is what happens when, you know, I'm very intense. I needed to figure out what happened to me, how come, what this is all about, right? Where the white heads or where the dark heads, right? In the Q movement, it's just like we are the galactics. We have to actually solve everything from that galactic and cosmic level, because we're in a galactic war. This is psycho-spiritual warfare, right? And it's great, the 5 dimension, 7 dimension, we're helping humanity, everything, but you know, I am dealing with those dark ones, right? The DARPA, the CIA, I'm dealing with the, you know, the 3-letter agencies, the power elite, with the high echelon, okay? Because this is the lineage, you know, that I come from, but I never had these I never practiced, you know, like they're practicing Satanism, Luciferianism, and, you know, they're involved in child sex trafficking, you know, pedophilia, drug running, gun running, and money laundering, right? You know, you have the Swiss banking cartel, and they're all the Zionists and the Mossad and the Khazarian mafia. So it's not even funny anymore when people talk about like, oh, you know, so saving what Israel, or we're going to, you know, this kind of country, energy, the cabal is all across, not only on this planet, but also on Moon and Mars and even Jupiter and Pluto and Saturn. So here we're talking with the dark faction and with the faction of the Christos lineages, right? The Essenes and so on. And it can be in a human form, non-human form. It can be here on Earth, right? All the nations, you can speak all kinds of languages. Here we need to really go to the very top of the pyramid. This is what we're dealing, because they even reverse the spin, right, of the ancient one, you know, the all-seeing eye that Yahshua D12 was talking about, and they replaced it with the reptilian consciousness, with the eye of you know, Draco or reptilian, right? So this is where we are coming from. This is where I am coming from, right? So again, the videos are not for everybody. But anyway, I just don't kind of want to confuse you. Of course, they're totally desecrating, like I said, the sacred geometry. They're desecrating the Platonic solids, guys. So whether studying, but without meditation, without the inner work, nothing can really happen. You have to also have the downloads of your soul. You have to have a downloads of your oversoul to become the Christos avatar self, to override the digital avatar. That's, you know, unfortunately, the guys here in the military, especially highly advanced souls, those are those beautiful souls who were seated on 5D Earth, which is the Torah, right? Millions of years ago. We are kind of detecting those souls, you know, also of that Melchizedek order or soul of Christ, Archangel Michael, okay? So we're detecting, and we have this plan, we have this project for them. But in order for me you know, to help them, right, with the project, we're dealing with the entire echelon, with the power lead, with those negative aliens, and with the Orion group, or the Orion constellation, because we're dealing with the Orion war. So there is more to this, okay? So again, only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Guys, we are actually entering now the galactic year of the galactic, actually galactic astrology. Actually, we're entering Libra, Okay, and so it is all about divine justice. Again, my videos are imbued with cosmic galactic energies. This is not for everybody. So divine justice, right? He's coming back online, okay, and so on. And it's through compassion. It's through the path of rose, right? Is the Christic lineages, right? The Cristalla architecture and so on. So, and very important, right? The spiritual discipline coming online, guys, and non-harmful ahimsa. So especially when you're spiritual warriors, defender of truth and divine justice, make sure you are imbued with the energies, you know, of love, unconditional love, compassion, of morals, ethics, and virtues, right? We need to really bring those energies of innocence and of purity back online, because those guys, they just ended up you know, in this black goo with their black box programming, right, with all these holographic inserts. So let me talk about this AI. Let me see if I find this should be in my notes, and give me a second, give me a moment, because I had it here ready for you. Pushing through these implants. Let me see, these are, just give me a second. Ammo order, ammo covenant. Yeah, we are pushing trigger. It's a spiritual integration, but personal integration, very important. Just letting you know that we were unplugged, right, from our true strands of DNA. And I'm just trying to, let me see. So you can study this material. The reptilian invasion, very important. They're misusing highly advanced technology. That's why the cataclysm in Atlantis and the Holocaust in Lemuria. So we are resurrecting the energies again of those golden ages, right, of Atlantis, of Lemuria, and so on. Very important to understand that. And you know, I talk about study the black sun operations, right, and those the whole jurisdiction, right, the judges and so on. So the Aleister Crowley, right, the law is, their law is do what you will, what you want, and that should be the whole of the law. So they're running the law of reversals in extremely high places, dimension, and they're saying that love is the law, but the love under will, I guess their will, right? So to me, it is very corrupted. It's very dark, okay? And the Baphomet, the whole Baphomet network. But there's so much, you know, documents and proof people can study and read about this kind of stuff. But I wanted to talk about, yeah, the crucifixion implants. Okay, the 7th chakra, that's what I was aiming to do, so, right? Because you know what happened also, like the military abductions, and then of course, you know, the men in black, how they totally desecrated this body, and it was full of implants and nanobots and nanotechnology. How come there is no platform for this? How come we're not being educated, right? And Congress signed contracts or treaties with the Zetas, right, for exchange. You know, for exchange, there's a highly advanced technology for exchange of humanity, because they need our genes, genetics. They do all kinds of experimentation. So, and of course the Project Paperclip, right, the Nazis coming over here to the United States and infiltrated the entire infrastructure. Remember, the United States is corporation with the original constitution being suspended, and you know, the federal government to me is under the so-called under the kind of spell of the Swiss banking cartel, the black nobility mafia family. So the mafia, the law, right, and the government, they're kind of hand in hand. The deep corrupted state, you know, the shadow government. You have the shadow SSP with their you know, highly advanced technology. So this all needs to be exposed. Brought, you know, we're bringing everything into the light, and so many people, unfortunately, they are going through difficult situations, but you see, everything is now transpiring, and all the darkness needs to be, you know, acknowledged. It needs to be accepted, so we can transform it, transmute it together within our hearts, right? I mean, first within our hearts, through our hearts, right? As one race, one planet, one nation, and America represents that one nation under God or source, all that is, I am that I am, as we are aligning with ourselves with the universal laws, the law of one, very important, okay? So the crucifixion implants, okay, what I wanted to here mention, the 7D, the planetary logos, was invaded and corrupted, of course, by the archons, right, the reptilians, and there are two controlling groups. That's the Belial sun, so that's more the let me see, like the Anunnaki or the Luciferians, and then we have the Black Sun. The Black Sun operations more on that satanic nature, desecration of the divine feminine, right? It's more satanic, okay? And what else? So we were recycled through continual reincarnation on the astral plane, and with no memory of our past lives, and we lost the relationship with God, right? So many people, they don't know that they're a soul, and they just kind of compute everything through their 3D ego mind, right? That's the reptilian consciousness, that's the reptilian programming. And here we are talking about pretty much you know, the ego, the negative ego needs to be cleansed and purified. Very important. Okay, and people also forgot their purpose. We all came here with a special mission purpose, right? To fulfill and to fulfill the divine plan on earth. Very important. And so this structure here where we're finding ourselves is very anti-human, right? And we're in psycho-spiritual warfare, and you know, they were inserting the planetary logos with all these alien implants and holographic inserts, like the crucifixion implants. And so that's why people are experiencing like the deepest trauma of suffering, right? This is because of that. We're disconnected from God, from source, because of the holographic implants, the alien AI, you know, hybrid nanotechnology. And we all went through through alien mind control programming. They are siphoning life force energy from us. And so to me, the military mostly, right, they are serving the agenda of those negative aliens. And this whole, you know, crucifixion implants, the crucified Christ figure, it is a mockery to further enslave humanity into believing in a salvation model through a crucified Christ. And those are the crucifixion implants and so on. And this is the 7D dimension, the planetary logo, 7th dimension. And so the 7th chakra. So that's why, guys, that's why the invocation of the violet flame. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. Remember, you're a sound, light, frequency, vibration. That's why when I tune into the voices, right, of certain individuals, and you know, footages of Julian Assange anyway, and others, I can feel, you can even you can recognize the DNA lineage, you can recognize there's like an imprint of that energy in that aura's body energy field. There's so many things you can recognize, you can read. You know, this is what we do, you know, the divine architects. Okay, and it's complex. The meridians are being blocked, and the entire left side, right, has been kind of impaired by those crucifixion implants. That's your 7th chakra. And so we have to start being aware of these implants, right? So opening our heart, very important. Your higher heart, that's already your 8th chakra. 8th chakra, and with the invocation of the violet flame, thank you, Saint Germain, right? Lots of things can be shaken off. We have to shed those implants of those negative aliens. Very important, especially the 7th dimension, the 7th layer, and because we were in that inverted 7D violet ray system, okay, run by AI. So the Saturn actually, right, there's also that 7th gate, that 7th dimension. It was pumping out the reversal violet ray plasma light. And this is the distortion that generates reversal plasma and reversal violet light on our planet. And so these reversal plasma, they're designed to ignite and feed the demon seed that exists in the shadow self or negative forms of the masses. So the collective consciousness, unfortunately, was imbued by those demon seeds, by the inversions, right? Especially the 7D, the planetary logos. So we need to claim our power back, resurrect all our energies, right? Do the healing work, transformational work, so we can reconnect with our true essence, right? And resurrect the energies of our crown chakra. That's why the seventh dimension, the violet flame, very important to start chanting, right? Japa mantra meditation, listening to solfeggio tones, very, very important, because this alien construct was used to impale the crucifixion implants on that's the vertical exiotonal lines in a planetary body, but also in our body. Okay, and so what is the Armageddon software? That's the war, the pestilence, the cataclysm. It's a fear-based consciousness. It's a fear program, which can be interchanged as they're similar to biowarfare mind control programs, and they're used on Earth to suppress humanity consciousness. And that's, again, this is so, to me, it's very unfair. This is total abomination, because humanity is trying to evolve, and of course the evolution of humanity is being stunted, right? It's being thwarted, and on top of that, we have these, they have these black hole technology. I mean, this technology is 100 years in the future, right? And you see the abuse, misuse of that highly advanced technology, crystal technology, even since Atlantis. And we are continuing kind of that cycle of cataclysm, of oppression, of transhumanism, back from the electric wars that even happened on that 70 Earth Gaia, okay, millions of years ago, or hundreds or thousands of years ago. So this is a psycho-spiritual warfare strategy against humanity, right, by those negative aliens, through worshiping the false alien god, the false king of tyranny. The false father is a satanic religion, and they're using SRA to pretty much torture humans through war. And you can see it here on a physical plane, right? That, and people, I'm sure people then can call it like, this is Hamas, this is jihad, this is Hezbollah, and so on. There is more to that, okay? There's more to that. And remember, not all, some of those kids actually, they're in those terroristic organizations, or these young girls, right, from Britain, from United States, from Germany, came in Syria back in 2014, right, and being the wives of the Hamas, and and those are highly advanced souls. So we have to see the soul nature of each individual instead of just putting them in one box, and that's where I'm coming from, okay? See, the Armageddon software is the companion mind control system, and it's activated through the crucifixion implants as holographic insert in a planetary body and human body. So we need to register those implants, this programming, this conditioning, everything that is running reversals. It's anti-life, anti-Christ, anti-human. So important to differentiate it. That's why, right? Purifying the mind, decalcification of the pineal gland, very important. Being on diet, superfood, walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude. That's the 5D protocol from Telos, the people of the inner earth, right? They're a family. They're helping us with the ascension, very important. So then you have the wounds of Christ, right? So we need to reconnect with the universal unity logos, very important. And we have the crystal star family, the trinity structure that is being rebuilt in this planetary brain, in this planetary architecture. And so we are repairing and recoding the damage that was done from these invasion, reptilian invasion, and the invasion of the AI, the gold mine algorithm. Okay, so the planetary logos is the global brain of the earth and represents the collective human blueprint body in the morphogenetic field, and broadcasts the violet ray to the crown 7th chakra of the human race light body. So we are rebirthing all that. We are supporting the planetary ascension, the planetary logos, right? And we are recoding the 7 violet ray of ceremonial magic. So that's why slowly and surely, right, the black magicians cannot really take hold of this body, the body consciousness, because thanks to the grid workers and thanks for the kind of the galactic ascension help work from the crystal star family, from Andromeda, which is already 7th dimension, right? So we can finally go back to our not planetary logos, solo logos, that's already 10, 11, and 12 dimension. And so what I'm trying to say that because I've been all this abuse and violence, all this black magic since I was 6 or 7 years old, right? I'm almost 50 years of age. And so we've been constantly being persecuted and hunted down and ostracized, and all these psychic attacks from those astral planes, from those black magicians, is diminishing, is less and less as their black magic grid is falling down, right? The red trident is also crumbling, right? The entire infrastructure is crumbling. So people need to be aware of it. Of course, it can be very dangerous because we are kind of opening ourselves to the unknown, but at the same time, just know and feel that we have this new architecture, the Albion light body crystalline architecture. Our DNA is changing from carbon-based DNA into crystalline DNA. So everything is being pretty much set, right, with the plasma ray frequencies, beautiful frequencies, with the crystalline architecture, the crystalline water, guys. So just remember that everything's being set up for us to ascend. Now we are just showing, I'm showing you guys how I became self-realized, how I became who I really am, not what the cabal, what the men in black, what the Illuminati, what the DARPA, what the military, right? We're trying to plaster over me, over the consciousness, whether of Yana, of the soul Rishi, of the Andromeda, the crystal family, right? Those out, we've been dealing with the black nobility mafia family, with this whole black magic, great black magician. So their power is diminishing because all these corrections being done. And also those who represent the female, Melchizedek, Christos, Sophia lineages, right? We're helping humanity, especially my soul sibling, to embody the crown chakra consciousness logos. Very important, so we can override the distorted electron fields and heal the male mental body, right? Mental body principle from the Metatronic reversal. Very important. And we are healing the bloodlines from the wounds of Christ and all these miasma infection, right? The parasites and the possessions, the addictions, all these negative entities that were held inside our bodies via the crucifixion implants. So the wounds of Christ, the karma, right, the miasma, not only on the planet but also in the human bodies, is being manifested. That's the distorted genetic material, genetic distortion as a result of embedded crucifixion inserts that were placed in the planetary brain and collective human race. So the holographic inserts misdirected and stole the planetary life force, and they're stealing, of course, the sexual energy from our bodies, right? They're siphoning us, stealing all these God codes from us, and then they're harvesting that energy, and through their AI technology, they're plastering the overlays over star seeds and volunteer souls who came here to fulfill the divine plan on earth. So we're bringing everything to divine justice, right? The cosmic trials, the galactic military tribunals, and so on, because no more the false crucifixion implants or inserts are how our planetary collective mind was invaded to reflect itself with the salvation model of a crucified deity that was designed to spread the negative alien agenda, violent religions on the earth. Crucifixion represents the consciousness enslavement of humanity to repeatedly recycle their souls from karmically bound physical bodies and distorted blood records as a result of the wounds of Christ. The crucified group consciousness bodies were used to feed the artificial creations, or the phantom matrix, made by controllers to serve their enslavement agenda on the earth. This is surfacing now to be recoded into alignment with the higher structure of universal laws, serving the God source divine purpose, and take account of the abuses and crimes committed from their misuse within the controller and negative aliens groups that have instigated and wielded religious wars. See, this is what we're experiencing, religious wars. They're stealing consciousness power from others, from in the past dark ages. So this is nothing new under the sun. So we have to, that's why we're resurrecting also the God codes, the timelines of the ancient Atlantis, Lemuria, right? The new Atlantis rising, and of course the ancient Lemuria is rising. It's all coming back online because we're entering the new golden age in Aquarius, right? Thanks to that 7 ray, the planetary logos, La Comte Germain, we're again resurrecting the divine blueprint of America, one nation under God, with the original Constitution of 1776. So this time begins a phase of restoration, perestroika, just even like Mikhail Gorbachev or Ronald Reagan we're talking about in 1980s, right? So it's all building the momentum, which is about returning and reclaiming the Christos Sophia intelligence to the earth and returning the spiritual bodies back to the planet and the rightful owner of which it belongs to. So please claim your power back, right? Resurrect all your energies, command your space, know your rights, and know that all is well. Many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.